We started discussing from chapter 10 after completing the prayers offered by Lord Brahma. So then, after hearing the prayers of Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, inspires Brahmaji to do some more tapasya so that what he is supposed to do, everything will be revealed to him so that it will become easy for him to continue the process of creation. As mentioned by Lord Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Brahma performed tapasya for 100 celestial years, 36,000 human years. As a result of that, he was matured in knowledge, understanding, and courage, etc. etc. Then he saw the water, which was very much turbulent from the time of the recent annihilation, which took place during the previous night of Brahmaji. So the water is so turbulent because of the gushing wind, and even the lotus on which he was situated also very much turbulent, going right and left, here and there. A so fearful situation. So Brahmaji swallowed the wind and the turbulent water so that the entire atmosphere became standstill. Then he entered into the whorl of the lotus and the stem of the lotus, etc. He divided the entire lotus into three divisions, making it as Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka. But then he thought that no, this universe is supposed to be so big and it should have multiple variety. How can I have only three variety? There should be more variety. Then he further divided the three into 14 divisions. And within each and every division, there are many subdivisions also. So in that way, he created 14 lokas. So that at least 14 variety of living entities, such as the great sages, devatas, lesser devatas such as Gandharvas, Apsaras, Asuras, Rakshasas, Bhuta Preta Pishashas, human beings, animals. So like this different variety of people can stay at different places. Instead of staying all them together, they can be given a different loka. Okay, this loka is for you, this loka is for you. So with that intention, he had created 14 divisions, and within 14 also there are so many subdivisions. Like within human beings also there are many so many subcategories. So one category of human beings can be located in one different place. So with that idea. So then Vidura asked a question. Can you please tell me about the time? So he briefly mentions about the time, saying that time has no beginning but no end. It creates and destroys, it maintains and destroys. It is a cause of everything. By agitating Prakriti, it causes the creation of 24 elements and then further activities, etc. etc. Some brief description about the time he has given. And he will say that next chapter I will give you detailed explanation of time. That will come in the 11th chapter. Then, in order to talk about time, our Maitreya says that because of time, there are three category of creations and three category of annihilations. The first category of creation is by Mahavishnu. By glancing upon Prakriti, he creates the 24 elements, starting with Mahatattva, Ahankara, mind, intelligence, five Jnanendriyas, five Karmendriyas, five gross elements, five Tanmatras, like that. And then, by Lord's glance only, they are combined together. They manufacture unlimited universes, and then Karnodakshaya Vishnu expands himself into each one Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, enters into one Garbhodaka Brahmanda, and then creates Garbhodaka ocean, creates universal form. So all this is called the primary creation done by Mahavishnu by glancing upon Prakriti. That's why this is also called as Prakrita Srishti or Sarga. So Prakriti Srishti means the Srishti is carried out by glancing upon Prakriti. The creation emanated from Prakriti. Whatever Lord Vishnu has done is called Prakrita Srishti or Sarga. Then, within that universe, he creates Garbhodaka ocean. Lord Vishnu goes inside the Garbhodaka ocean, and later on, when he want to create, he looks into his own abdomen. Then from his navel comes a beautiful lotus, and he expands himself into as Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Then he enters into that lotus. Then Brahma appears. He enters into that lotus as its Paramatma. Then Brahma appears on top of that lotus. He performs tapasya. He had darshan of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He offered prayers. Again, he performed tapasya. He was empowered by Lord Vishnu. Now, whatever he does from this point onwards, whatever Brahma does, whatever we are going to discuss today and in the future classes, it is called Visarga. The secondary creation of 14 planetary systems and all the living entities who are supposed to live in these 14 lokas by Brahma is called as Visarga or Vaikrita Srishti. Vaikrita Srishti means whatever 24 elements have been created from Prakriti, Lord Brahma uses them, combines them, transforms them into different shapes. Human shape, devata, animal, plant, bird, like the different bodily shapes he manufactures from the same 24 element. That is called Vaikrita. That means there is an element. Vikriti means there is a element which has a natural state of existence, natural shape. But Lord Brahma takes the same elements and transforms their natural existence. They transforms into a different shape. That's why it is called Vaikrita, because there is a Vikriti in the 24 elements of Prakriti. So like that. So that we are discussing today. That will be called Vaikrita Srishti. And third one, Nitya Srishti. After Brahma creates whatever he is supposed to create, he ends his creation by creating a couple, Swayambhuva Manu and Satarupa. This we will discuss in the 12th chapter at the end, but just for continuity, I am just telling. So, till the time of the creation of Swayambhuva Manu Satarupa, all the creations are by Brahma's mystic potency. By his mystic potency, by the contemplation from his bodily limbs, they appear directly. But Brahma want to take rest. Abhi Brahma want to withdraw from this process of creation. How long he will continue to? He did it initial samples. Then he created Swayambhuva Manu Satarupa and he established a process of continuation of creation by establishing a new system of begetting children through the union of male and female. That has began from our, what is this? Swayambhuva Manu and Satarupa. So from there on, the creation is continuing from the combination of male and female forms. That is called Nitya Srishti. This is what we see throughout the day. I mean, throughout the day of Brahma, it is happening. Every day we see around us somebody is giving birth, some human being, some animal, some plant, something is in different ways in the Srishti. So just like there are three kinds of creations, Prakriti Srishti, Naimitika Srishti, Nitya Srishti, by the influence of time, there are three kinds of annihilations in the opposite order by the influence of time only. Just like every day we see Nitya Srishti and every day we see death solves people also around us. That is called Nitya Pralaya, daily destruction. As soon as one's karma is over in this lifetime, one is done. So whatever lifespan is over, one will be died. That is Nitya Pralaya. Then Jiva performs activities throughout the day of Brahma. At the end of the day of Brahma, Lord Shiva destroys the 14 planetary systems. That is called Naimitika Pralaya. At the end of Lord Brahma's 100 years, Kala himself will destroy unlimited Brahmandas. All the Brahmandas which emanated from Prakriti will enter back into Prakriti, and the Prakriti which emanated from Mahavishnu enters back into Mahavishnu. That is called Prakritik Pralaya. After Prakritik Pralaya, nothing will be there. So nothing will be there in the material creation. So like that, there are three pralayas. Now, so Maitreya Rishi will continue that Sarga, whatever he has described in the previous chapters, he will summarize in 6 stages. The first stage is the creation of Mahatattva. The second stage is the creation of Ahankara. The third stage is the creation of the mind and sense devatas from Satvik Ahankara. The fourth one is the creation of intelligence and Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas from Rajasik Ahankara. And the fifth one is the creation of 5 Tanmatras and 5 gross elements from Tamasik Ahankara. These are 5 creations, which is the nothing but Prakriti Srishti. The primary creation or Sarga is further summarized in this 5 stages of creation. Then there is a 6th step of creation that is called the creation of Avidya. So from Maya's Avidya Shakti, the Supreme Lord creates the 5 coverings of Avidya. Avidya, Asmita, Ragadvesha, Abhinivesha are Tamas, Moha, Mahamoha, Tamishra and the Tamishra. So we discussed these things also in the last class. That is where we stopped. So the 24 elements which are created from Prakriti or Pradhana, our material body and our home and all these 14 lokas are formed. And by the creations of these 5 coverings of Avidya, we forget our original identity, that we are Lord Krishna's eternal servant, Jivar Swarupe Krishna Nityadas, or Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are eternal fragmental part and parcels of the Supreme Personality of God, that we forget, and we'll get a new identity. Our identity is based on the body in which we are living. As long as we are living in the human body, we say I am a human being. As long as we are living in an animal body, we say I am an animal. So like that. This we get new identity and we develop new friends, new enemies, and new lifestyle, new activities. So that's how our material existence is going on in the material world. That is because of the 5 coverings of avidya. So now how? So this avidya creates a material imposition. So what are the different varieties of those material impositions? So that will be discussed from verse number 18 onwards. It is Lord Brahma using the 24 elements created from Prakriti and using the 5 coverings produced from Avidya Shakti of Maya. 24 plus 5, 29 elements he has. By the 29 elements, combining them, he creates different bodily forms for a different variety of jivas. So what kind of different bodily forms that Brahma had created will be summarized in the rest of the chapter. So all the living entities are briefly categorized into 4 divisions. The first division will be immobile plants and creepers. The second divisions are different variety of animals, the lower species. The third division is about the human beings. The fourth division is about uh, the superhuman beings, the devatas, apsaras, gandharvas, asuras, bhutas, etc. They are the fourth category. So these are the common manifestation of pradhana and avidya. And then later in the 12th chapter, we'll see Lord Brahma also creates the great sages such as 4 Kumaras, Narada Muni, Vashishta, Pulaha, and he also creates the Vedas and other things, associated things of the Vedas, etc., Dharma Shastras, Puranas, Itihasas, etc. They are all represent Vidya Shakti. So why Vidya? When Avidya binds us in this material world with a different identity, Vidya reveals us our original identity and liberates us from the material bondage. So what is that Vidya? How to take shelter of Vidya and all? We will learn from chapter 12. So this is how we have to see the connection. Prakrita Srishti is a manifestation of Pradhana and Vaikrita Srishti of Brahma has 2 parts. First one is the manifestation of Avidya. The second one is the manifestation of Vidya. So now today in this remaining chapter, we'll see the manifestation of Avidya. In 12th chapter, we'll get to see the manifestation of Vidya. So we'll continue from text number 18 onwards. So all of you are with me. Any questions from any devotees?
No problem.
Other devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
No, bro.
Which, Prabhuji, can you repeat the 5 stages of creation that Sarga? 5 stages. Repeat it again,
No,
please.
Sarga total 6 stages actually. First one is the creation of Mahatattva. Second one is the creation of Hankara. Third one is the creation of the mind and Devatas, sense Devatas. The Devatas for the 10 senses and mind and intelligence, etc. The fourth one is the creation of the intelligence and 5 Jnanendriyas and 5 Karmendriyas. Fifth one is the creation of 5 Tanmatras, starting from sound, sparsha, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, and 5 Panchamahabhutas, Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi, etc. So these are the 5 creations. The sixth one is the creation of 5 Avaranas, 5 coverings from Avidya Shakti of Maya. So what are these 5 Avaranas? Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. Or they can also called as Tamas, Moha, Mahamoha, Tamishra, and the Tamishra. We will discuss about them later on 12th chapter second verse. That time we'll get to know. But so these 5 coverings of Avidya will cover our real understanding and give us a temporary illusory understanding. So what kind of temporary illusory understanding we are getting, we'll be discussing now in this chapter. So we get 4 kinds of illusory identifications. As long as we are in this material world, we live with one of these, in ignorance, we live with one of these 4 identities. So it's like that. Sometimes we say that I am the animal, sometimes we say I am the bird, sometimes we say I am the plant, I am Devata, I am human, like that. These are all because of Avidya. Is it clear, Ru? Any other devotees have any questions?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Yes, bro.
प्रभु जी ये जो 3 प्रकार का जो सृष्टि और प्रलय का बारे में जो बताए थे, तो ये नित्य नैमित्तिक प्राकृतिक, वो दोनों एक दूसरे का रिवर्स है, जैसे वो थोड़ा एक बार एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं?
See, Nitya Srishti means that we see, all of us see that every now and then in our family or in our relatives' family nearby, the child is born. That is called Nitya Srishti. Nitya Pralaya means somebody is dying around us. As soon as their karmas are over, karmas of that life is over. That karma means the part of the karmas of that life are over. They are dying. That is called Nitya Pralaya. And at the beginning of the day of Brahma, whatever Brahma creates, whatever we have been discussing from the beginning of 10th chapter, that early in the morning he gets up, he wakes up from the lotus, he performs tapasya, he had darshan, he offers prayers, then again he performs tapasya. He divides the lotus into 14 divisions, then he is creating the different living species that we are going to discuss now.
No voice.
This is all called Naimitika Pralaya.
Naimitika, yes.
Other devotees are able to hear me or not? Mataji is saying no voice.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji, we are able to hear you.
I think Mataji, you just log off and log in once again so that you will get your audio back. So, just like Brahma is creating all the living entities and all the 14 lokas, Lord Shiva will destroy the gross forms of all the living entities and all the 14 lokas. That is called Naimitika Pralaya. That will take place at the end of the day of Brahma, every day. And just like by glancing upon Prakriti, Mahavishnu creates the 24 elements and combining them creates unlimited Brahmandas and entering into each and every Brahmanda and creates universal form. That thing will be destroyed at the end of 100 years of Lord Brahma's lifespan. So that is called Prakrutika Pralaya. Like that.
Okay, thank you, Bruce.
So these Pralayas will be explained in detail in the 12th canto. 12th canto mein Pralayas you will get to hear more details.
Prabhuji, Prakritika is a manifest of Pradhana, na? Prabhuji?
See, that's what. Prakriti, Pradhana, they are synonyms to same person. Prakriti, like a whole, it indicates Durga Devi and all. Pradhana means one aspect of Prakriti is Gunamaya. That aspect of Prakriti, which has 3 modes of material nature, that is called Pradhana. The second aspect of Prakriti is Avidya Shakti. The third aspect of Prakriti is Vidya Shakti. So in that way. Yeah.
Okay.
That Vidya Shakti will have Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Basically all the Vedas, Puranas, Ityasa, they are all called Vidya Shakti. So by taking shelter of them, we can understand who we really are and we can develop desire to free from this material bondage. That is all from Vidya Shakti. That we will discuss in the 12th chapter. 12वें अध्याय में हम चर्चा करेंगे उसके बारे में.
Okay.
Any other devotees? Okay, fine. If all the devotees are clear, so we'll move on. We'll start with text number 18 onwards for today's discussion. So someone can unmute and repeat after me. Chad ime prakrita sarga.
Sad ime prakrita sarga.
Vaikrutan api me shrunu.
Vaikritan api me shrunu.
Rajo Bajo Bhagavato
Rajo bhajo bhagavato.
Lileyam Harimedasaha.
Lileyam harimat me dasaha. Translation. All the above are natural creations by the external energy of the Lord. Now hear from me about the creation by Brahma, who is an incarnation of mode of passion and who, in the matter of creation, has a brain like that of the personality of Godhead.
The six creations arise from Lord's Maya Shakti, Prakriti. So Prakriti Sarga means Prakritika Sushti. That means the six category of creations which we discussed till now in the previous few verses. So that is called Prakritika Sushti or Prakrita Sarga or Sarga. Now hear about the secondary creation, Vaikrita Sushti, arising from Brahma. So Prakriti Sushti is done by Mahavishnu and Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and Vaikrita Sushti is done by, or Visarga is done by Lord Brahma. That is what is telling. This is a pastime of Brahma. Yam Rajo Bajo Bhagavato Leela. It is Brahma's Leela. Vaikrita Sushti is Brahma's activity, Brahma's daily routine activity. Who possesses the Lord in his intelligence? Hari Medasa. The Lord Brahma, Bhagavato Hari Medasa. Lord Brahma possesses Lord Vishnu in his intelligence. That's why he is called Bhagavan. Brahma is also called as Bhagavan because he possesses the Supreme Lord in his intelligence. So that Brahma is going to perform a wonderful pastime of creating the bodies for all different variety of living entities. That is called Visarga that we are going to discuss now. So these six were generated from Maya Shakti. They are called Prakrita. So whatever has been discussed till now in the previous three verses, the sixth category of creations, they are called Prakrita Srishti. Maitreya now describes the secondary creation arising from Brahma. The form of Brahma representing all the universal element, Samishti Virat. Brahma is the Supreme Lord in his intelligence. So every Brahmanda, every universe has been given to Brahma. That's why it is called Brahmanda also. So in one sense, Brahmanda is the golden egg of Brahman, the supreme absolute truth also. Another meaning is because the Brahma is the leader of a universe, it is Brahma's Anda, it is Brahma's universe. So like that. So in that way it is indicated. So what is happening within the universe by Brahma is what is being discussed now. Of course, till now we also saw how Brahma divided the lotus into 14 divisions with many internal subdivisions. Now he is going to do 4 category of creations which come in the category of Avidya. And then he will do many more creations which come in the category of Vidya. That will come in the 12th chapter. So the first category of creation among the 4 types of Avidya. So before entering that, I just remembered because during Janmashtami we were discussing about this point in one of the small classes. We also discussed in our NOD, whoever was there in Bhakti Shastri. So it is said that whenever we go to temple, we need to do 4 pradakshinas around Garbhagruha or around the entire temple courtyard. In the temple courtyard, around the main temple, we should make 4 parikramas. There is a shloka that comes in Padma Purana, I suppose, as far as I remember, Padma Purana only. So it says that if we do 4 parikramas around Garbhagruha or around the entire temple courtyard, temple area, or even if a holy dham also, if you do 4 parikramas, we can extend a little bit. We are freed from taking birth into 4 times of yonis. So if you do 4 parikramas, it is understood that we will not take birth in 4 types of yonis. The first category of yoni is plants. Second one is the different types of animals. Third one is human beings. The fourth one is the superhuman beings. The 4 category of living entities who are created by Brahma we will be discussing now in this chapter. We will not take birth any one among them. If you do parikrama of the Lord's Garbhagruha or the entire temple or the entire holy dham 4 times with proper devotion. It is not that just casually and with material ambitions we will do parikrama, not like that. That That activity of do parikrama has that potency. But if we are not ready for that, ready to accept that, so what can be done? So even that potency also will surrender to our desire to continue to live in this material world. But if somebody really with the intention to go back home, back to garden and does parikrama around the temple 4 times, they will not take birth among any of these 4 categories. Even if they take birth also, they are not under illusion. That birth may be like a birth of somebody who just had to fulfill the remaining karmas, and with complete remembrance of Krishna consciousness, they'll take birth and they practice the remaining bhakti and go back home back to Godhead. That birth, we cannot say it is a birth of karma. That birth is a birth of bhakti only, but to enhance our bhakti. Like Bharata Maharaj taking birth as a deer and taking birth as Brahmana Bharata, that is to enhance his bhakti. That is not a result of one's karma. So, like that, we can say. So, this is some connection to this chapter. We discussed this in the NOD also. Now, just repeating. So, now let us see what are these 4 category of uh, entities created by Brahma as a result of Avidya Shakti. These 4 are 4 binding forces that bind us in this material world. These 4 identities bind us in the material world. First one, Saptamo Mukhya Sargastu. Someone repeat after me.
Tamo mukhya sargastu
Shadvidas Tashtutam Chaya.
Chadvidastamscha tamstu samchaya
Vanaspati Oshadilata.
Vanaspati Oshadilata
Pakshara Virudo Druma.
Vakshara Virudho Drumaha. Translation. The seventh creation is that of the immovable entities, which are of 6 kinds. The fruit trees without flowers, trees and plants which exist until the fruit is ripe, creepers, pipe plants, creepers which have no support, and trees with flowers and fruits.
The 7th creation is creation of immobile living beings. The first are the important entities to be created by Brahma. So till now 6 creations are mentioned. Total 10 groups are formed. Out of 10, 6 are done by Vishnu, 4 are done by Brahma. Of the 4, this is the first one. But in sequence, this is 7th one. So it is called as Mukhya Sarga. Mukhya Sarga can be translated as important creation or can be translated as first creation also. For every village, there is a Mukhya. Gram ka Mukhya रहता है. The head of the village, Sarpanch or president, whatever we can say, is called Mukhya. So then we can say Mukhya means the most important person or the first person of that place. But later on we will also see that whatever it is, we cannot see it as the first creation by Brahma, but because Padma Purana says that the first creation by Brahma is the aquatics, those living entities which are born in the water inside the water. First Brahma creates aquatics, then he creates the plants. But in the Bhagavatam, it is talking about plants and it is called Mukhya Sarga, and translation says first creation. So, okay, either way we can consider, but we can see this is the important creation. The plants are one of the important creation. Mukhya also means important. So, like that also we can take. The 7th creation, the creation of the immobile living entities. The first of the important entities to be created by Brahma. They are of the 6 types. There are 6 category of plants. All the plants that we see around us are divided into 6 groups. So the trees without flowers but fruit, Vanaspati. The first category is called Vanaspati. Vanaspati means the trees which produce flowers but they never give fruits. The flower plants, etc. we can say. And annuals. Oshadi means those plants or trees which only live for 1 year. They don't live more than 1 year. All our vegetable items, the food crops, they'll only stay within 1 year only. They can't stay more than 1 year. Some of them don't stay in 1 year also, but at least 1 year we can see. And lata means creepers. Some of the vegetables are creepers. We can see, all of you might have experienced. They are creepers. And bamboos. Takshara means bamboos. So the trunk will be hollow kind of structure. We have bamboos, and also the next one is what? Castor. Castor plants are also comes in the category of Takshara, etc. The next one is Viruda. Viruda means bushes which have deep roots. Next one is Druma. Druma means those trees which will give first flowers and then eventually give fruits. So these are the 6 category of plants that are created by Brahma. 1 second. Sorry. So these are the 6 category of plants and creepers are produced at the first and important creation by Brahma. Among the creation of immobile and moving creatures of the universe on the surface of the earth. So I have put on the bracket on the surface of the earth. So though aquatics are the first created by Brahma, which are inside the water, but for the creation, from the creation point of view, which are created on the surface of the earth, the first one created by Brahma is plants. The first or important creation is that of the immobile living beings. That is, Tastusam means they only stay at one place. They can't move here and there. That's why they are called Tastutam. Ek jagah par reh jayega. So this contains 6 category of entities. The first one is Vanaspati, refers to those plants without flowers and having fruit. They don't have any flowers, but give fruits. Sorry, without flowers but fruit. They directly give the fruits. They don't have any flowers. The second one is Oshadi, refers to annual plants perishing after 1 year. Third one is Lata, refers to plants that need support to rise up. Fourth one is Tvakshara, refers to bamboo and other hollow plants. So bamboo and hollow plants, they are come in the category of Takshara. Fifth one is Viruda, refers to plants which do not depend on the support to rise because of the stiffness of the trunk and deep roots. They are basically bushes. Their roots are very good. It is very difficult to uproot them. And sixth one is Druma, are those which give fruit through flowers. Druma are basically the trees which we see all around us, which give initially fruit, flowers, and then eventually fruits. They are called Druma. So we say na Kalpa Drumada. So something like that. So here you see some examples that fruits which produce directly fruits without any flowers are called Vanaspati. Like apple does not give any flowers, directly fruits will come. Annual plants are like Oshadi means all the vegetable plants and food grains plants and all, they are all Oshadi. So we have beans here and rice, wheat, all variety of vegetables. They are all come in the category of annual plants. And the second is creepers. Creepers, there are some vegetable plants also, some flower plants also. They need support to rise up. They can't rise on their own. And hollow plants are like bamboos and castor plants. They are category of this one. And Viruda means bushes. The deep-rooted bushes very difficult to uproot. And Druma, the trees with flowers and then fruits, mango, etc. So these are the 6 category of plants that we see around us, which is the first creation by Brahma. And what are the qualities of these 6 category of entities? Ushrotas tamapraya antaspurusha visheshanaha. These are the qualities. The plants distribute their nourishment upwards. They are almost unconscious but have a feeling of pain within on being cut. They are not fixed in size and unlimited variety. So let us try to understand one by one. So, Utshrotas, that means they spread their nourishment upwards. If you see all the plants here, they get all the minerals for their sustenance from the roots. Roots are at the bottom. And the nourishment goes upwards, and the plants also grow upward. The plants become bigger, 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 and they go upward toward the sky. That's why they are called as Utshrotas. Ut means upper side. They always go upside. Their nourishment and their growth goes upside only. Second one is Tamapraya. By nature, their consciousness is not evident. They are almost in ignorance. Their consciousness is not too much developed. They are mostly undeveloped entities. They feel pain within by being cut. Anta sprusha. We keep cutting plants, trees and all. We cut the branches. Even from plants also, we remove flowers, we remove vegetables, we remove fruits. That is like cutting from them. It is a part of its body, its own body. So we are cutting it. So while doing that, they feel some pain within. They may not express it so much outwardly, but they experience pain within it only. Anta sprusha and visheshanaha. Their dimensions are not fixed and they have unlimited variety. So we see trees around us, but none of the true trees look similar in their construction. Every tree has their construction is completely different. If you take two different trees, like a mango tree and tamarind tree, the construction is entirely different. Even within mango trees also, if you take two different mango trees, the construction is entirely different. But when you take two different animals, may be different. If you take one cow and one buffalo, externally may look different, but internal bodily structure, the limb organic structure will be same. Even to human beings also, externally complexion may be different, but inside the body, the bodily organic structure will be same only. Unlike the trees. In case of trees, the organic structure and the way the branches go left, right, here and there, everything will be different. That's why it is called Visheshanaha. None of the two trees are similar. So this is about the plants and trees, which is the first creation by Brahma on the surface of the earth. You are able to follow?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
So it is like that. So this is about the first category of creation, different variety of the plants and creepers, which are immobile living entities, which are there on the surface of the earth. And second type of creation by Brahma is all the variety of living, all the variety of lesser conscious living entities. All the animals, birds, etc. will come in this category. Yeah. Yes, Jai Kishan Prabhu, you want to say something?
No, Prabhu. I'm good.
Okay. So someone can repeat after me. Tirasham Ashtama Sargo
Sarga.
Soštavimšadvido Mata Avidbhuri Tamaso Granagna Rudya Vedina.
Translation. The earth listen that of the earth's seed of life, and they are of different varieties, numbering 20 each. They are all ostensibly following Bhagavan. They know their wives, their but are unable to remember anything within the heart.
Prabhuji, there is a lot of disturbance around you. We could not follow you only what you said. So, the eighth creation is that of the entities which distribute their nourishment horizontally. So, those living entities which are part of the eighth creation, they are called Tirasham. Tirasham. In the previous one, it is called Utrosha, Ushrota. Utshrotaha. But their nourishment goes upward. Tirasha means their nourishment goes horizontally. You take all the animals, their head will be in the front side, their tail will be in the back side, or their excretory organs are in the back side, and they eat from the front, and their body, the digestion goes through horizontally, and they excrete the waste product from the behind, and their whole body also grows horizontally. So the of course the animals also grow vertically height wise also, but most of the growth of the animals is generally in horizontally. The growth is in horizontally, and their nourishment is also in a horizontal process. They eat from the front, they excrete their food from the back. So in that way. And there are 28 varieties. Aštavimshat Vido. 28 varieties of animals are there. And the qualities of these animals are they have no concept of future. Avidya. They don't think about the future. That's why it is said that animals act based on the instinct. This is a general principle. Some of the animals may have long memory also, but in generally animals don't make plans for future. And they are preoccupied only with food. Bhuri tamasa. Whole day, if you leave the animal, they keep eating only. We can observe this, especially the cows and bulls and buffaloes. The whole day they keep eating only, and the whole night also they are serving. So it's it is their main activity. And they understand their needs by smell. Granagnya. What is good for eating, what is not good for eating, animals understand by smell only. And they are devoid of lengthy deliberation. Hrudi Avedina. They don't make plans for future. So it's like that. So the nourishment of the animals is distributed horizontally. Tirasham. They eat from the front, it goes from the back. They are devoid of the knowledge of tomorrow or future. They don't make plans for future. They act based on instinct. They are fixed in obtaining food only. Bhur tamasa. Their main goal of life is getting food. And they understand what they want by smell. Granagnya. We can remember one pastime of Lord Varaha. When Lord Varaha jumped into Garbhodaka ocean, when he wanted to find out where is the Bhumandala, he was actually smelling. He smells here and there and tries to find out where it is. Like that, if you observe the animals like cows and buffaloes, when they are sent for grazing, they keep smelling. Based on the smell, they will understand whether they can eat it or not. So like that, Granagnya. And they are devoid of lengthy deliberation or meager power of reflection. Rudi Avedina. The animals do not have contemplation power. They don't reflect whether am I doing right or wrong. Can I plan for future? This, that. Should I do bhakti, karma, jnana? Like that deliberation, the animals don't do. So like that. The same thing is also mentioned in Shruti scriptures. Shruti says, uh, among the animals, there is only knowledge of eating and drinking. The animals are preoccupied with eating and drinking only, nothing more than that. They do not speak of what they discern. So we don't know what they are thinking about within their heart, but they can't express. They do not inspect what they discern. They can't do experiment and try to analyze what they are thinking about. And they do not know tomorrow. They don't have any concept of tomorrow, planning for tomorrow and all. They only live in the current moment and do not know the world and the next world. They can't understand the world around them. We kind of analyze what is the society, what's happening, what kind of culture, what is this, what is that. But animals are not interested in all these things. So if you take the animal from this place to that place, it gets accustomed to that place and starts eating grass. So animals do not have the concept of I belong to this only. We have the concept of belongingness. We say that I'm Indian, I'm this native place, that native place, this is my village. That, but animals do not have that kind of concept. So wherever they are, that become their place. So in that way. Bhuri tamasa can that they have great anger. So animals like sometimes they become angry means when they become angry, no one can control them. The snakes, elephants, tigers, dogs, even dogs also when they become angry, we can't control. Even bulls and cows also when they become angry, we can't control. That is bhuri tamasa. Great anger they have. Granagnya hrudi can mean that they experience only objects dear to their heart. So whatever is good for them only they experience and they accept it as their food. Others they don't experience. They are aware of eating and sleeping only. The primarily animals are only thinking about eating and sleeping. So it's like that. So they eat for 18 hours and they sleep for 6 hours. Even little more time also they can sleep, but mainly the most of their day is spent in eating and sleeping only. No other things. So these are some of the qualities of the animals whose nourishment is taken care in a horizontal way. So like that. At least even though we have studied in school about the plants, animals, so many things, but first time when I read this chapter, so it gives the more appreciable understanding of what are the plants and what are the animals, how they are distinct from each other, what are their natural qualities and what are they up to. So these verses actually give us complete understanding of what they are. So this is what I felt when I first read, even eventually also. So now, what are the 28 variety of animals? How are they distinct? Man, we see so many variety of animals. How Maitreya Rishi only tell him 28? Why so? Because there are so many varieties, but among them 28 are special, which are there around us always. And among the 28 also, they are again further subgrouped into 3 varieties. That varieties we will see. Someone can repeat. Gaur Ajo Mahisha Krishna
Gaur
Gaur
ajo
Ajay.
maisa Krishna.
Shukaro Gavayoruru
Sukaro gavayoruru.
Dvishapa Pashavasche
Visapashah vasse me.
Aver Usrascha Sattama.
Avir ustrasya shattama. O purest Vidura, of the lower animals, the cow, goat, buffalo, Krishna stag, hog, Gavya animal, deer, lamb, and camel all have 2 hoofs. Hare Krishna.
O Vidura, the eighth creation includes cows, goats, buffaloes, the black deer, Krishna deer, pigs, wild oxen, antelopes, sheep, and camels. These all have cloven hooves, Dvishapa. So what do you mean by Dvishapa, cloven hooves? Maybe a couple of slides later I'll show an image. So basically they have their feet split into 2 parts. The animals have their feet split into 2 parts. 2 slides later I'll show you. Maybe I'll show you right now only so that you will not have confusion. See, this is the animal feet has been divided into 2 parts. That's why it is called Dvishapa, cloven hooves. The animals without cloven hooves, they have like this. So you observe when you see animals whether their feet is like this or like this. So with this distinction, our acharyas are saying that there are some animals have Dvishapa, some animals have Ekashapa, and some animals have Panchanaka. Panchanaka means their feet will have 5 nails, just like we also have 5 nails. Like that, some animals will have 5 nails. This is how they distinguish animals in which category they belong to. This is the way our Vedic seers have divided the animals into different divisions. So it's like that. You see, the 9 animals listed above have cloven hooves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the 9 animals which have cloven hooves. Avi means sheep. Vallabhacharya says that Ruru is a type of deer with many horns. Gavaya is similar to a cow. What is Gavaya? Gavaya means wild oxen. Wild oxen means these are which live in the forest. The wild oxen, they are called. They are also similar to a cow. And Ruru is a type of deer with many horns. Ruru, where is that Ruru? Yeah, Ruru is here. Antelopes. They are also like deers only. Just like we have Krishna. Krishna is a black deer. Ruru also is another kind of deer. So like that. These are the different varieties. And the next category is about Ekashapa with one feet with one homogeneous part. Karoshavos Swataro Gaura
हरो अश्वो अश्वतरो गौरा
Sharabas Chamari Tata
शरभश्च मरी तथा
Ete Chaikashapa Kakshata
एते च ऐकशपा शत्ता
Shrunu Pancha Nakan Pashun.
शृणु पंच नखान पशून. The horse, mule, ass, gaura, sarabha, bison, and wild cow all have only one hoof. Now you may hear from me about the animals who have 5 names.
Yeah. Oh Vidura, donkeys, Khara, horses, Ashwa, mules, Ashwatara, and Gaura deer. Gaura means Gaura deer. Hmm? So here Krishna means Krishna deer means black deers. Gaura means red deers. We can say Gaura means yellow deers. We can say in that sense. And Sharaba, Chamari, axe. We use na everyday Guru Arati. Every Arati we use yak tail. Chamara seva we say na. Chamara and Vyajana. The chamar is made up of the hairs from the tail of this chamari animal, yak tail, and they do not have cloven hooves. They only have ekashapa. Their hooves are not split into two parts. They only have one hoof in their feet. Now hear about the animals with 5 nails. So the animals from donkey to chamari do not have cloven hooves. According to Vallabhacharya, Sharaba has 8 feet. Seems that Sharaba has 8 feet. So it's like that. So now what happened? Dvishapa over, Ekshapa is over. Now Panchanaka. The next verse will talk about the Panchanaka animals. So here 9 animals are mentioned. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 animals are mentioned here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mr.
May I ask one question?
Yes.
Prabhuji, is the chamar also, it is made up of yak tail, and yak tail is also something pure like cow dung and cow urine, like?
No. Yak tail means the animal itself is called a yak. Yak animal will have a tail. The tail will have lamba hair. With that hair only our yak tail is prepared, our chamara is prepared, and we use it for deity worship. It is the hair. Just like all you Mataji have hair, this animal also has tail, and the tail hairs, lamba hair. So that is used for yak tail purpose.
But Prabhuji, the hair is not considered to be very good. Means it's not.
Human hair is not good, but animal hair is good.
Okay.
Animal peacock, in one sense, peacock feather is also like a hair only, na? Peacock hair. That is good. We keep it in the head of the Lord. Human products are all सबसे गंदा products है. From cow, we use cow dung, cow urine also. Even in the Janmashtami, we were hearing the pastime of Putana. So when Lord Krishna, after delivering Putana, all the cowherd women brought Krishna and they bathed Krishna with cow urine and they applied tilak with cow dung. See how pure the cow products are. But the human products are the most impure products. As soon as we cut nails, we should wash or take bath. As soon as we
Yeah.
pass stool or pass urine, we should take bath and we should cleanse ourselves. As soon as we do haircut or shaving, we should take bath. So when
Hmm.
human products are very dirty.
What I thought cow products are pure, but what this
Not only cow, other animals, some of the products, not necessarily always dung. From the point of your dung and urine, cow products are pure, cow or bull. But other products of other animals are also poor, like conch shell. It is the entire body of the animal, and the
yes.
horns. The buffalo horns are used by Krishna and Balram also. And
Hmm.
then here the peacock feather and deer skin, and then what else here? Agtail. The different animals have different products. And ivory, the elephant teeth are the most costliest products. They are
Yeah.
also used in elegance. So like that, all the animals have something to offer
Okay.
from their body.
Yes, Praveen. Thank you.
Hmm. So it is like that. Yes, from the dung point of view, cow dung or bull dung is considered to be pure, remaining all not considered, but other products taken as pure. So it is like that. Other devotees are able to follow? Any questions?
No question.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, no issue. So we'll move on. Swashrugalo gurko vyagro
स्वाश्रुगालो व्रको व्याघ्रो
marjara shasha shallakau
मार्गराशशल्लकौ
simha kapir gaja kurma
सिंहः कपिर्गजः कुर्मो
goda cha makaradaya.
गोदा च मकरादयः. Translation: The dog, jackal, tiger, fox, cat, rabbit, sajaru, lion, monkey, elephant, tortoise, alligator, gosapa, gossap, etc. all have 5 nails in their claws. They are known as panchanakhas, or animals having 5 nails. Hare Krishna.
So here swa means dogs, shrugala means jackals, vruko means wolves, vyagra means tigers, and marjara means cats, shesha means rabbits, shallaka means porcupines, simha is lions, kapi means monkeys, gaja means elephants, kurma means turtles, and goda is lizards and alligators. Makaradaya is alligators. So these are the different variety of species which have 5 nails or 5 fingers in their feet. So they have 4 legs, and in each and every leg there are 5 fingers. So these are different animals which have five fingers each. So 12 animals from dogs to lizards have 5 nails. Total dogs to lizards are 5 nails. So the land dwelling animals totally 27. Makara and others are aquatics. Here finally makara is used. No? This makara is not considered to be a land dwelling animals. Though this has a 5 nails in its finger, but this is a water animals. This is considered to be part of aquatics. So how many total? 27 is telling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 12 plus 5. 24 plus 5, 29. Okay, whatever. The previous number, whatever it was, 9 animals. So 9 plus 6, 15 plus 12, 27 total. Yeah, 27 animals are considered to be land dwelling animals, and Makara are considered to be aquatics. But of the 27, there is the animals which are of same category considered to be one only. So, like, let us see. The first verse talked about 9 animals with cloven hooves, split feet. Cow, goat, buffalo, black deer, pigs, wild oxen, antelope, sheep, and camel. They are the 9 animals which are Dvishapa. And 10 to 14, 5 animals without cloven hooves, Ekashapa. Donkeys, horses, mules, and Sharabas and yaks. So these are 5 animals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a mention about Gaura deer also. But Gaura deer considered to be part of deers only. It has not given different identity. So they are 9 plus 5, 14. And then now in the third one, 11 animals with 5 nails, 5 fingers, feet. Dogs, jackals, wolves, tigers, cats, rabbits, porcupines, lions, monkeys, elephants, turtles, lizards, and alligators. So these are 11 animals considered part of this. So animals with 5 fingers, feet. So like total 25 ho gaya. 1 to 9, 10 to 14, 15, 25. The 25th one is alligator. This alligator has a different identity. Alligators are considered to be reptile. Though it has a feet which has 5 nails, but still the alligator and lizard, the lizards, no, not alligator. The turtles and lizards, these are considered to be, turtles and lizards are considered to be the reptiles, and snakes also added to the reptiles. The snakes will be described in the 20th chapter. They are also part of the reptiles. And alligators, the makara means alligator also and fishes also. So these are water dwelling animals. They are considered to be the aquatics. So they are considered to be the 26th variety. I think I need to update these numbers. These are not 11, 15. This is up to 26. 15 to 26. And in the 26th, 25th one is reptile. 26th one is alligators. So in that way. So total 28 variety are there na? In the 28 variety, the 9 varieties are Dvishapa, 5 variety are Ekashapa, and then 25, 26, 14, 10 varieties are Panchanaka, and the 25th one is reptiles, 26th one is aquatics, and 27, 28 will be mentioned in the next verse. So total 28 variety we have to see, which is supposed to include all the variety of animals that we see around us. So in that way, even other animals which we see can be considered to be part of these animals only. So they are can be called subgroups of them. So in that way, these are like principal animals. Their names are mentioned by Maitreya Rishi here. So this is supposed to be 26. Kindly consider the correction here. The 25th one is reptile. The 26th one is aquatics. So alligators are part of aquatics, alligators and fishes, and turtles and lizards are part of reptiles. So in that way. So now the remaining 27 and 28, the remaining two variety of animals, 27 and 28. 27 and 28 are water dwelling birds and land dwelling birds. There are some birds which either generally fly. Birds mean they fly in the air, and when they want to take rest, some birds take rest inside the water. They don't take rest on the land. And some birds take rest on the land. They don't enter into the water so much. So this is how the birds are divided into two parts: water dwelling birds and land dwelling birds. And they are mentioned in the next verse. Kankagrudrabakastena
Kankagridra Bakasyena
Bhasha Ballukabharina
Bhasha Bhalluka Barhinaha
Hamsasharasa Chakravaha
Hamsasarasa Chakrahva
Kako Lukadayakaga.
Kako Lukadaya Kagaha. The herons, vulture, crane, hawk, bhasa, bhalluka, peacock, swan, sarasa, chakravaka, crow, all and others are the birds.
Yeah. Herons, vultures, cranes, hawks, birds of prey, balukas, peacocks, swans, Indian cranes, chakravahas, Crows and owls are the birds. So these birds are divided into two parts. The birds starting from heron to peacock. Heron, vulture, cranes, hawks, birds of prey, baluka, peacock. These are all land-dwelling birds. They don't enter into water too much. They don't stay inside the water for a long time. They may enter into water for drinking water, but they come back immediately. They generally either fly in the air or land on the ground or trees, not in the water so much. And those birds from swans to chakravaha. Swan, Indian crane, chakravahas, they are aquatic birds. They spend most of their time in the water. The remaining birds are again land-dwelling birds. Crows, owls are the land-dwelling birds. So all the fishes are classed as one part of 26. So like that. So this is how we have divided them into 28 varieties. Among the 28 varieties are included various types of deer such as Ruru, Krishna and Gaura, which should be taken as one variety. So the three animals, Ruru, Krishna and Gaura. Krishna is a black deer, Gaura is yellow deer, Ruru is another type of deer. They are all considered to be one category. And Ruru means antelopes. The deer with white spots or black spots, they are called Ruru, something like that. Other animals will fall in within these classes. So whatever animal names are not mentioned in this Bhagavatam, they also considered to be part of these 28 varieties only. When 28 means either they can be Dvishapa or Ekashapa or Panchanaka, or they can be water dwelling birds or land dwelling birds, or they can be aquatics or reptiles. So one of these categories only. So there is nothing more than them. That's what we know for categorization. To make 28 types, the Ruru, Krishna and Gaura are classed together as one, and the land birds are classed as one, and the aquatic birds are considered to be one. And lizards and turtles are considered to be reptiles. And the alligators and fishes are considered to be aquatics. So like that, category wise they are grouped so that we can get 28 variety in total. This is how they are grouped. So you can see some examples, some pictures. Animals with cloven hooves. These are all different animals with cloven hooves. Animals without cloven hooves. Animals with 5 nails. Reptiles. Land-dwelling birds. Water-dwelling birds. Aquatics. Alligator and fish. So these are the different variety of animals that we see around us. Dvishapa and Ekshapa. So that is the eighth creation or second creation by Brahma. Now the third creation by Brahma. Is it clear? All of you could follow?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Arvakshrotastu navama. Someone repeat.
Arvak Shrotastu Navama.
Kshatar ekavido nrunam.
Ekvido nunam.
Rajo adhika karma para.
Rajodika karma para.
Dukke cha sukamanina.
Dukkhe cha sukhamaninaha. Translation: the creation of the human beings who are of one species only and who stock their eatables in the belly is the ninth in the rotation. In the human race, the mode of passion is very prominent. Humans are always busy in the midst of miserable life, but they think themselves happy in all respects. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Oh Vidura, the ninth class consists of the being in which the food is distributed downward, Arvakshrotas. There is only one class, that is human beings, who have a predominance of rajas, rajodika, who are dedicated to work, karma parayana, and who think themselves happy even in distress, dukkecha, sukha, manina. The ninth creation consists of beings in which the food is distributed downwards, arvakshrotas. So we eat from the top and the food goes downward, our nourishment also goes downward, and whatever leftover food will come out of from below. The qualities are described starting with predominance of rajas. The human beings by nature passionate, rajo adhika. The human beings by nature have mode of passion in great extent. And we also have other qualities like we are dedicated to work, karma para. The human beings by nature are supposed to work, karma para, karma prayana. We worship karma, work is worship. And even in the midst of so many miserable situations, we still say, I am happy. How are you? I am happy. Dukkecha sukhamanana. Even in dukkha also we try to see sukha. So in that way. You see, these are some examples. Ours only. Our home example. These are also. So what are the three qualities? Rajo adhika, karma para, dukkecha sukhamanana. These three we can see. Rajo adhika, karma para, dukkecha sukhamanana. And you can read this. कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है. So that is how the three category of creations by Brahma are mentioned. Now, the last few verses talks about the fourth type of creation by Brahma. So now let us see what is that. Vaikritastraya evaite
वैकृतास्त्रय एवैते
devasargascha sattama
देवसर्गश्च सत्तमा
vaikarikastu ya proktaha
वैकारिकस्तु यः प्रोक्तः
kaumarastu bhayatmakaha.
कौमारस्तु भयात्मकः. Translation. O good Vidura, these last three creations and the creation of demigods, the 10th creation, are Vaikruta creations, which are different from the previously described Prakruta and natural creations. The appearance of the Kumaras is both.
These are the three secondary creations made by Brahma. That's why it is called Vaikrita Srishti. In addition, the creation of the Devatas, who has described previously, were also produced from Ahankara and Satvaguna and are thus Prakrita creation. The creation of Kumaras by Brahma is said to be both Prakrita and Vaikrita. So now, the creation of the plants, the creation of the animals and creation of the humans is completely the creation of Lord Brahma. That is full-fledged Vaikrita. And now what we are going to discuss about the Devatas creation, which will be mentioned in the next two verses, it is completely done by Brahma only. But previously, Lord Vishnu also created some Devatas, the sense Devatas. So in that way, in total, the Devatas creation is both Prakrita and Vaikruta. Like that, in 12th chapter, there will be discussion about the Kumaras and others being created. That is also the combined creation of Lord Vishnu's mercy and Brahma's endeavor. Thus, the creation of the great sages such as Kumara Sandal is also called as Prakruta and Vaikruta, combined creation. So, in one sense, the three creations mentioned till now are pure Vaikruta, and the upcoming creations are all combinations of Prakruta and Vaikruta. So, like that, we should see. Why and how and why will get more clarity in the 12th chapter. But for now, the Devatas we can see. In the first one is Ahankara. Sir, first one is Mahatattva, second one is Ahankara, third one is the mind. Mind and sense Devatas. There also some 14 Devatas are created. For 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, mind, intelligence, Ahankara and Chitta, 14 Devatas are there. They are created by Lord Vishnu himself. So they are part of Prakrita creation. But now Brahma is going to create some more Devatas. They are part of Vaikrita. But Devatas in total are both Prakrita as well as Vaikrita. So that is understanding. So these are the three secondary creations. The creation of Devatas, 10th one, is also secondary. But they are also part of the primary creation. Who are they? The creation of the Devatas from Ahankara and Sattva-guna, who described in the creation originating from Prakriti. 3, 10, 17. It was said in 17th verse. So they are Prakrita, and now we are going to discuss about Devatas creation, that is Vaikrita. In total, they are Prakrita as Vaikrita. Total. The Devatas are therefore classed as Prakrita. The creation of Devatas also occurs in the creation made by Brahma later, called Vaikrita or secondary, listed in the next verse. The creation of the Kumaras is both Prakrita and Vaikrita, described in chapter 12. Chapter 12 talks about the creation of Kumaras and other great sages. That is also both Prakrita and Vaikrita. So that will come in 3:12:3. It says that, seeing the sinful nature of this creation, Brahma was not satisfied with himself. He again carried out the creation by a mind purified with meditation on the Lord. After creating the four kinds of living entities, the plants, animals, humans, and superhumans, among them, most of them are all sinful creations. So Brahma was not happy with creating all such entities. Then he meditated on Supreme Lord. His heart has been purified. In that purified state of consciousness, he created the four Kumaras. That's why the creation of the four Kumaras is called both Prakrita as well as Vaikrita. Because Brahma is creating them, it is Vaikrita. But they are created by Lord Vishnu's empowerment of Brahma. But that's why it is Prakrita. So that we will discuss in 12th chapter. One second. They are said to be both Prakrita and Vaikrita because by Brahma's meditation on the Lord, they are generated both by Brahma as well as from the Lord. Hare Krishna, devotees who are not talking to us can mute. Okay. So it is like that. So now who are the fourth creation by Brahma? That will be mentioned in the next verse. Devasargas chastavido
Devasargaschasthavidho
vibudapa pitarosura
Vibudaha Pitaro Suraha
Gandharvapsarasa siddha
Gandharvapsaraha Siddha
Yaksharakshamsi charana
Yaksharakshamsi Charanaha
Bhutapreta pishashascha
Bhutapreta Pisashchascha
Vidyadhara kinnaradaya
Vidyadharaha Kinnaradayaha
Dashaite vidurakyata
Tasaite Vidurakhyataha
Sargaste vishvasrukrita.
Sargaste Viswasrikritaha. Translation. The creation of the demigods is of 8 varieties. 1. First, the demigods. Second, the forefathers. Third, the asuras are demons. Fourth, the Gandharvas and Apsaras are angels. Fifth, the Yakshas and Rakshasas. Sixth, the Sittas, Charanas and Vidyadharas. 7. The Bhutas, Pretas and Pisachas. And 8. The superhuman beings, celestial singers, etc. All are created by Brahma, the creator of the universe.
The creation of the Devatas has 8 divisions. The superhuman beings are of 8 categories. The first one is Devatas, second one is Pitrus, third one is Asuras, fourth one is Gandharvas and Apsaras, fifth one is Yakshas and Rakshasas, sixth one is Siddhas, Charanas and Vidyadharas, seventh one is Bhutapreta Pishashas, eighth one is Kinnaras, Kimpurushas and others. I have thus described to you these 10 types of creation. The Supreme Lord performed these 10 creations with the help of Brahma. There are the 8 types of beings in Devata creation of Brahma. They are listed here. Gandharvas and Apsaras are considered to be one. Yakshas, Rakshasas are one type. Bhuta, Preta, Pishachas are one type. Siddhachara and Jayajaras are one type. Kinnaras and others are one types. Adi means Kim Purusha. Kinnaras and Kim Purushas considered to be one time, one type. Vishwasarga means the Supreme Lord. It is the Supreme Lord only created everything, but through the via medium of Brahma. By empowering Brahmaji, Lord creates all these beings. So here you see different variety of devatas, asuras, and who always continuously fight. So like that.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Pittarah, forefathers.
Pitru means
How
forefathers.
do we understand?
No, forefathers means they are called like that. Forefathers not only just our parents, our grandparents, not like that. They are actually called fifth Pitrus. But unto there are a category of devatas who are called Pitrus. So unto their abode, some of our forefathers also can go by performing a particular sadhana, by performing piety and all, they can go. So in that way, because for Pitrus there is no equivalent English translation. For devatas, we always say devatas only. There is no word called devatas in English. So for Pitrus, they are also devatas, a category of devata. They are supposed to be called the Pitrus. But into their loka, some of our forefathers might go there. The forefathers is not the exact translation of Pitrus. Pitrus ka translation Pitrus hai. But some of our forefathers, just like they can go to Swarga also, they can also go to Pitruloka and become Pitrus. So it is like that.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So I mean to say forefathers is not the translation of Pitrus. Pitrus are Pitrus only. Forefathers can also go to Pitruloka. They can also go to Sargaloka also. They can go to Vaikunta also, according to their sadhana and desire. So like that.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी
Prabhuji.
ये डीमंस को भी डेमिगॉड्स के जो कैटेगरी में यहाँ काउंट किया प्रभु जी, तो वो लोग भी डेमिगॉड.
Not like that. See. Wait. It is not that they are counted as. They are all equally powerful. From the power point of view, even the asuras, bhuta, preta, pishashas, gandharvas, kinnaras, kimpurushas are also as powerful as devatas. But since they are all same type, same category, but they need to be addressed with some name. So among them, the devatas are best. So that's why they are also called as devatas. Generally, I generally use the word superhumans. I don't use the word devatas because many of them are not devatas in their behavior, but they are all superhumans. They are much superior to human beings. So the word is used as devasarga because among them the devatas are best and others are also as powerful as devatas. So like that. They also have mystic potency. They are also physically strong and education wise also they are more elevated in all respects in that way. Any other devotees have any questions? So while my studies I came across this verse from Linga Purana, Canto 3 or Chapter 3, text number 8 to 13, which talks about the Devatas and all, which says that when the moon is filled with nectar on the Paurnami, starting from Pratipad to Paurnami, the moon prepares Somarasa. The entire moon surface is filled with Somarasa. When the moon is filled with nectar, filled with Somarasa, for 15 days during the bright fortnight. So the moon invites all the devatas so that they can consume Somarasa. So all the devatas will come to the moon surface. They consume nectar for the next 14 and a half days, starting during a dark fortnight, starting from Pratipad, all the way up to midday of Amavasya. They consume the Somarasa. In the second half of the Amavasya day, whatever nectar is remaining, whatever Somarasa is remaining, that is given to Pitrus. So that is what is negated. So how many devatas come to moon and drink the nectar? An idea is given. Traitimshatas, Traitimshat, Trimshat, Sahasrani, Pitva Ardhamasam. So basically, 33 crore, 33 lakh, and 30,000 devatas gradually drink the Somarasa for 15 days, Ardhamasam. And the Pitrus will drink the remaining on the second half of the 15th day, Amavasyam. So total how many devatas are coming to the moon surface? So one meaning of this is, so first one is 33 Trimshasas, 33 crore, 33 crore, and then 33 lakh, 33 lakh, and then 30,000, 30,000. So total this many people, devatas. So one meaning of the verse is like this. So how many devatas are there? 33 crore, 33 lakh, 30,000 devatas are coming and drinking Somarasa for the 15 days of the entire month. 15 days the moon prepares Somarasa, 15 days the devatas drink, basically 14 and a half days. The remaining half day the Pitrus will drink the nectar, will drink the Somarasa. The other meaning of the same verse, because here crores or lakhs is not clearly mentioned in the verse, we can take it as it is mentioned Trimsha Sahasrani, 30,000, and then it is mentioned Trimshatas. Trimshatas means 3300, and Trimshatas means 33, 33. So Trimshatas means 3300, Trimshas means 33, and Trimshas Sahasrani means 30,000. The total will be 33,333 devatas come and drink Somarasa. So this is one meaning of the verse. This is another meaning of the verse. So many times devotees discuss where from we getting this 33 crore devatas and 33 koti devatas. So that confusion always comes. So here is the verse from Linga Purana. We can see 33 crore, 33 lakh, 30,000 devatas are coming to moon to drink Somarasa for 15 days. Starting from the day after Paurnami all the way up to the midday of Amavasya. So here is the verse. You can use this verse to refer. So like that.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Can I ask a question?
Ah.
Is it then is it relevant that we offer Amavasa Tarpanam for Pitrus? Any relevance?
Yes, we should offer.
Amavasa Tarpanam. For with
Yeah.
this, because you said the half day of Amavasa, the Pitrus are. So any connection, any relevance, what we do?
No, it is perfectly connected. See, our 1 month is their 1 day. That means our 15 days is their daytime, our other 15 days is their night time. So Amavasya, we can consider to be the noon time for the Pitrus. So noon time is the lunch time for the Pitrus. So that is the time we are supposed to offer Shraddha rites. So the understanding is that some of our forefathers may be immediate, may not be immediate. Some of them might be in the Pitruloka. So we need to express our gratitude to our forefathers for what they have given us. Our forefathers have given us good samskaras, good family culture, good relatives, and also good amount of wealth, because of which our upbringing is taken care in a nice way. Because we have been born in a particular family, we have been facilitated all the things that are available in that family structure. It may be people, culture, it may be wealth, properties, everything is coming from our ancestors only. So we need to be grateful, we need to express our gratitude to them. So this is a Vedic Varnashrama system, Varnashrama principle, we should do it. And this is one of the important duty of the Grostha. Brahmacharis, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi are excluded from this duty. But Grihasthas, it is one of their foremost duty. They should perform without fail. Either we can do on every Amavasya, or we can do on Pitru Amavasya. In the month of Bhadrapada, in the Krishna Paksha, whatever Amavasya comes, that day is considered to be the day to offer to the Pitrus. Or many times in some of the families, according to their family tradition, they offer Shraddha rites to their departed ancestors and the same tithi of their departure, the tithi on which they departed on that day they offer. So whichever is possible we can do. We should do at least one day in a year without fail. That is, we have got everything from them. Can't we spare half day to express our gratitude to them? Something like that we can think of.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Clear.
So the last verse,
कृष्ण
ataparam
प्रभु जी
pravak.
धन्यवाद प्रणाम प्रभु जी सब कई बार एक क्वेश्चन आता है कि जैसे जो पितर हैं जैसे बहुत बहुत साल हो गए उनकी डेथ को तो वो कैसे मतलब उनको कैसे मिलेगा जैसा जो भी हम लोग उनके लिए श्राद्ध पक्ष में
See, वो
भोजन
कैसे
वगैरह तो
मिलेगा
उनका
हमारा कहना है. There is a procedure established. अभी देखो भगवान श्री कृष्ण आया 5000 वर्ष पूर्व. अभी हम चांटिंग करेंगे तो कृष्ण भगवान कृष्ण तक कहाँ से पहुंचेगा?
भगवान तो हमेशा है ना प्रभु जी
है ना, जीव भी हमेशा है, जीव भी सनातन है. It's not about how it goes there and all. There is a process prescribed. We should follow that process. Even for bhakti also, we say that when we chant, when we do some service, Lord Krishna is actually observing us what we are doing and all. How he observes? Like that, the Pitru Devas are also observing us, whatever we are doing. Why not? Can't they observe this much?
ओके प्रभु जी
Lord Krishna is observing whatever we do. Can't the Pitrus observe what we are doing? Some things which are in connection to them, they can. It's not a big thing.
Okay, because in the temple when we do now, they here in Africa, so they ask how many years. I tell 12 or 13 years has gone. So, oh, they have gone a new birth. How they will like? So I just ask you that how to
See, it
because
does
we do
not
in
matter. It is a duty of the Grihastha. As long as one is in Grihastha ashram, one should do it. If one does not want to do it, then give up Grihastha ashram, enter into Vanaprastha or Sannyasi. So you don't have that obligation. It is pretty simple.
Yes.
It is a Grihastha dharma, that's all. So no need to do so much debate and all. If somebody really does not want to do, it's okay, up to them. But at least being born in India, the Indians have been passing through this culture. So it is not a new thing for us. For the Westerners, it may be a new thing. They may not do it. They may not happy to do it also. They may not be happy to do it because they don't have this culture. But Indians, we have this culture from since childhood. I was seeing, so we can do, no issue.
Yes, we do, Prabhuji. But yeah, that confusion was in my mind, so I just thought to ask you. Okay, Prabhuji.
People say so many things. Even our devotees also, we have become devotees. Why should we do? A devotee has no obligations to anybody. We should not do it. Yes, a devotee has no obligation. But are we devotee? The question comes.
Yes.
What kind of devotee are we? If one thinks one is a devotee, yes, you don't have to do. No problem.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So that also we can say. Yeah, you are a devotee, you don't have to do. I am still yet to become devotee. So let me also take blessings of my forefathers to become devotee.
Yes,
See,
Prabhuji,
don't
no,
see it as it is like a karma kanda ritual, derogatory activity. Why should I do all these things? Let me only do, I will chant, everything is done. Yes, chanting, everything is done. These are all cultural aspects. Cultural aspects are also need to be followed. We cannot be ignoring just like that. Otherwise, we simply become fanatic.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
अतः परं प्रवक्ष्यामि
अतः परं प्रवक्ष्यामि
वंशान् मन्वन्तराणि च
वंशन्मन्वन्तराणि च
एवं रजप्लुता सृष्टा
एवं रजः प्लुतः सृष्टा
कल्पादिषु आत्मभूर्हरि
कल्पादिषु आत्मभूर्हरिः
सृजति अमोघ संकल्पा
सृजति अमोघसङ्कल्पम्
आत्मैवात्मना
आत्मैयात्मनाम् आत्मना
Translation. Now I shall describe the descendants of the Manus. The creator, Brahma, as the incarnation of the passion, mode of the personality of Godhead, creates the universal affairs with unfailing desires in every millennium by the force of the Lord's energy. Hare Krishna.
I will now describe the dynasties and the Manvantara periods of Manus. The Supreme Lord, Paramatma, becoming the creator Brahma with unfailing determination, creates himself in other form by his own energy. So basically, okay, I have created some basic creations. Now I'll continue with other things, etc. But these things he will start much later. Maybe 13th chapter onwards, he will start about the Manvantaras, dynasties of Manus, etc. Will come in the later cantos. But he will say that I will create them. So whatever has been created now, everything is Lord Supreme Lord is doing through Brahmaji. Atmabur Hari means the Supreme Lord becoming Brahma. The meaning of the word Vishwasruk, the Supreme Lord of the Creator of the universe, is explained here. So it is Lord Vishnu himself becoming Brahma and doing all these things. Matlab, Lord Vishnu empowering Brahma, and through Brahma all these activities are done. So that is the understanding. Though externally Brahma is doing everything, but internally Lord himself is making Brahma to do all these things. So in that way, Lord Vishnu himself is doing everything. So like that. So thus we have discussed about the 4 category of creations, the 4 different variety of beings in the Brahma's creation, and 6 types of creation from Vishnu's creation. And this picture we saw in the beginning of this chapter, Lord Brahma who appeared on top of the lotus divided the lotus into 3 divisions, not happy, then into 14 divisions, and 14 into further divisions, and he became happy. And then he created 4 category of beings with endowed with Pradhan and Avidya Shakti with their respective identities. And these people are placed in different places. So here is a summary slide. So I just added last week just to help us understand who are. So we have not discussed about these places yet. Satya, Tapa, Jana and Maharlokas are inhabited by the great sages and rishis, headed by Brahma, Kumaras, Narada, Bhrigu and Vasishtha. So their creation we will discuss in the 12th chapter. 12th chapter will talk about the creation of the Kumaras, Narada, Bhrigu and great sages and rishis. And these great personalities will live in Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. They all live in these upper planetary systems. So whatever we have discussed in the last few verses in today's class, the 4 creations by Brahma, they live in the remaining 10 planetary systems. So we'll see who is living where. Svargaloka, who is living? The main principal devatas. The 12 Adityas, 11 Rudras, 8 Vasus, 49 Marus, 49 Agnis, 2 Ashnis. These principal devatas live in the Svargaloka. This is Svargaloka, this portion. And this portion is Bhuvarloka. Who stays in this Bhuvarloka? Bhuvarloka is inhabited by Sadhyas and Pitrus, Gandharvas and Apsaras, Kinneras and Kimpurushas, Siddhas and Siddhacharana Vidyadharas, Yakshas and Rakshasas, Bhuta Preta Pishashas. These people stay in Bhuvarloka. So we have seen that there are total 8 categories of superhuman beings. Of the 8 categories, the main devatas live in the Svargaloka. 6 categories live in the Bhuvarloka. Sadhyas and Pitrus second, one out of 6 the first. Gandharvas Apsaras second, Kinnaras Kimpurushas third, Siddha Charanas fourth, Yakshas Rakshasas fifth, Bhuta Preta sixth. So 6 of them will reside in Bhuvarloka, 1 resides in Svargaloka, and 1 resides in lower planetary systems. The Asuras and Nagas reside in the lower planetary systems. Atala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala are meant for the Asuras. Vitala is meant for Yakshas, Rakshasas, Bhuta Preta Pishashas. They live here. Though Yakshas, Rakshasas, Bhuta Preta Pishashas also live in the Bhuvarloka, but they also live in Vitala Loka also. Mahatala and Pitvatala meant for Nagas. The Nagas creation will be mentioned in the 20th chapter. They are part of the reptiles. And then Bachauva, 3 creations. The plants, animals and human beings are mostly reside in Bhuvarloka. Other place also we may have plants and animals and all, but they are mainly considered to be the residents of Bhuvarloka. Sir, not Bhuvarloka, sir, Bhurloka. The Bhurloka is mainly meant for the plants, aquatics, animals, the land dwelling birds and water dwelling birds, human beings, and Devata like humans. So these are also humans, but they are neither Devatas completely nor humans. They are in between. They have, because of the piety, they attain Devaloka, but they still category of humans only. So in that way, all these people live in Bhurloka. So this is how whatever we have discussed, all these different people, where are they staying, etc. A quick summary of that is mentioned here. So with this, chapter 10 is completed. So we'll stop here. If devotees have any one or two questions, we'll take and we'll close for today. Not many devotees are there today. So we'll stop with this. I thought we will do some verses from 11th chapter also, but we'll stop here. Next week we will do 11th chapter.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, what about insects? Bees, mosquito, and
They are also part of Bhurloka only.
no,
See,
they are part of birds or what?
reptiles. Insects are part of the reptiles.
And bee, honey bee type.
They are also, see, generally those entities which are born out of the eggs, insects, etc., snakes and all, they are part of the reptiles. And those entities which are born out of the egg and fly in the ether, they are called birds.
Oh, okay.
In that way.
And what about all these microorganisms, bacteria, amoeba, and things like that?
See, our scientific people talk about microorganisms and all. They are also part of either you can use them in reptiles category, insects category only.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. Other devotees have any question? Generally, our scriptures don't talk so much about those things which we don't see. They only talk about those things which we see. These bacteria, small things, scriptures may not talk so much because they are all small. Like within our human body, also there are so many other small krimi, all small insects. They are not talked about so much. Okay, they are there. They will come and go without our notice. They come and go. So in that way. Other devotees, do anyone has any questions? Okay. If there are no questions from any devotees, looks like devotees are tired. So we'll close here for today and we'll meet again next week. So try to be on time next week so that we will try to cover more verses.